Hello students, welcome back. The next question which we are solving is question number 4. Now it is divided into two parts, part A and part B. The part A belongs to the orthographic projections. Again we can see they have mentioned the pictorial view, which is the 3D view of the given object. We are supposed to draw the front view along the arrow direction, which is this, and the top view. We have to insert at least 6 dimensions, and the problem is there for 9 marks. You can see as the object as a whole, it's quite simple object. Somehow the dimensions are quite dense, and that's why you may find it little cozy. But if you see, this is a single plane. Let me make this terminology clear. So it's a single plane. So from this plane up to the last plane, the maximum dimension we can see is 55 plus 25, which makes it 80 millimeter. Then from this plane to the extreme end, which is in line with this, so the extreme end dimension is 84, and from the bottommost height, the topmost point is 72. So likewise we can see the dimensions given. So as per the method of making box, the outermost box will be prepared like this. The dimension will be length plus width plus 80. In horizontal gives me 244. The dimension of width plus height of plus 80 will give me 232. So based on that, let us form the views and let us make it. And before we proceed, let us look at the question back. They have asked only front view and top view, and hence the master box will be changed to 120 by 232, and the reason is 232. The reason is in this case the side view is eliminated, and hence the length plus width formula is eliminated. So it will be only length plus 20 millimeter spacing on either side. That will give me 124, and the height, total height will be width plus height plus 80. That will be 232. And after doing this calculation, let me form the box so that you will be able to understand it. So like it was discussed, you can see only for the front view we want this section. That's why it's 20 plus 84 plus 20 are the spacing. And as far as the front view and top view is concerned, it is a 20 spacing, 72 height, 20 spacing, 20 spacing, 80 is the width, and 20 is the spacing. So that is how the master box will be prepared. Let me repeat that this is not a hard and fast rule, but it is easy to remember the techniques, and this is to avoid the mistakes if any are to be committed. Since these dimensions are of no use to me, I am going to remove them. Fine. With that, let us start the problem. So if you look at the problem, it is desired to start with the front view. In front view we will be able to see the rectangle, another rectangle, and this particular part. So let us start with the rectangle, where the length of the rectangle will be 28, as we can see, and the height will be 8 millimeter. The next rectangle will also be of the same length and height 16, and another rectangle will just start, and thereafter there will be a curve to be formed. So let us start doing it. So we'll have to consider this line as the reference one. So I'll start with a new line from this point, which will be of the length 28. It has to come down by 8 millimeter, and then 28 completion. There will be another rectangle starting from this point of the height 16 and 28 length completed, and another vertical line which represents this particular area will have to come down. Now there is some logic that we need to develop and understand. For example, to what point this circle is starting, so that this length will be obtained. For that we need to figure out to what level this center line is present. Now this center line is present at this level, which is at 32 millimeter from the top point. However, we are uncertain about whether this top point and this top point are the same or at the same level. So we'll have to go in the reverse manner. and as we go in reverse manner, we know that this particular height is 32 and this particular radius, which means the distance between this point and this lowermost point, is 32, which makes this particular line to be at a height of 32 plus 32, which is 64 from the bottommost point. And there it is clearly seen that the level of this topmost layer and this topmost layer is not same, and hence we have to go in the reverse manner, so that from the bottom at a distance of 32, this particular curve portion will be starting. So from this particular point, this particular edge will come up to that point. So first of all, we have to locate this particular center line. From this point, it is located at a distance of 32. So let me quickly draw it. This point, this particular line is the bottommost, to which there will be a parallel line at a distance of 32. You can see this line. So up to that line, we are supposed to bring down this particular line segment. Now this center line is not thorough center line, so we have to keep it restricted only for the middle portion. Now we know that this vertical center line will be at a radial distance of 12 mm from this edge. So from this edge we have to draw a parallel line at 12 mm. You can see this line is drawn at 12 mm. So the intersection is supposed to give us the center point for that curve. So I'll reduce the curvature or the center line's length for the understanding, and I will apply, or I will make it long dash short dash. As we can see, it starts from the center and ends here. So that is how we have obtained this particular semicircle. Now once it is obtained, it can be very clearly seen that there is a horizontal line to which, or from the point, we will be having an emerging quarter circle of radius 32. So in the same manner, we will draw a line of 32 mm, and from there we will draw another quarter circle. Of course, the quarter circle has to end somewhere here. So you can see it starts from the center line and it ends here. So that is how the quarter circle is obtained. Let us be sure that it is of radius 32. Now this part of line does not exist, or it's not required in the lower portion, and hence we are going to erase it like this. Now thereafter we can see there is another quarter circle, but it is only present for radius of 15. However, the total height is 32. So let us first of all make a box of 32 versus this 32 particular length. So we already have this 32. So let us keep this line, or let us make this line of height 32 versus 32 by 32. So this forms the particular square, of which I am supposed to convert this particular part of radius 15. So that is how of radius 15 I have converted. One can easily find it out that its center lies somewhere here. So let me show let me represent it by the center also, like this. So this is how the problem has got completed. Now let us verify whether there is a line at this particular point present. Of course, there is a change of plane. We can easily see that. Since there is a change of plane, there has to be a line here. That line will be present at a depth of 25 from the topmost point. However, this particular line, which is at a depth of 8 plus 16, which is at a depth of 24, will not overlap it, and hence there will be a line which will be present at a depth of 25. So let us quickly draw a line which is at a depth of 25 from the topmost point. So you can clearly see that there is a line which we have drawn at a depth of 25, but since that line is not visible from the front, we will show that line as the hidden one. Apart from that, there will be no hidden line which will be present here, and that is how the front view is completed. So let us make these important lines as the thick lines and the remaining lines as the construction or simple lines. So that is how the front view is completed. Now let me apply the dimensions for your understanding. So students, as you can see, I have applied the proper thickness and the line type, and you can see the dimensions are also included. Not all are included, only few are included, though they have asked only 6. We can of course include more. Now let us switch back to the top view. So for the top view, I'll mostly rely on the projections. So I'll start taking projections from the front for the top view. The center line is a through center line, and hence I have taken its projections on large scale. So these are all possible projections that I have taken. So all these lines will be very thin in nature, like you can see. Now if I switch back to the problem, the nearest part to the XY line will be this particular block. You can see this block is of width 25 and of the length 32. So if I apply this width of 25, I'll be able to draw this block. We know that though this part is a curved part, from the top we will be able to see it as a rectangle. So friends, as you can see, already we have taken the projection of that part, to which let me apply the width of 25. I'll complete the cover of 32. That is how that block will be covered. However, that particular line is continued up to the end point, and hence let me complete the segment till the last line. So that is how that segment is completed. And the end we can see there is a rectangle here and there is another rectangle, and hence we are able to see two rectangles. The presence of the center line indicates that there is some portion which is rotated about the center line, so it's a curved portion. That is what the indication of this particular center line is all about. Now there is another center line which we have shown, which represents this particular center line, and as we can see, since there is a complete line of this nature, there will be another line, but it's not of complete width of 55. Let's figure out the width. It is given clearly that its width is only 40 millimeter. So this curved portion will be present there only for the 40 millimeter. So from the beginning, let us draw a line which is parallel with it at a distance of 40 millimeter. Students, you can see I am drawing a line, the new line, at a distance of 40 millimeter, and hence the extra portion, of course, I'll have to remove like this. Center line I'll reduce in size because the center part is present only for this much length. You can see it. Though it is a curved part, from the top when we are looking, it will be seen as a complete straight line, straight horizontal line at this end as well as this end. So that is how it is seen. So let us look at this particular part. This particular surface, being straight in nature from top, will be able to see it as a straight line, like we can see it, and hence at this particular projection, which is this, there will be a continuation of the line, and that is how the two lines will represent this surface and this particular surface. At the end, we will be able to see we have already drawn this line, this particular point, in the form of this. Now this line is not continuously present, it is present only up to this surface. So we have to restrict it only up to that surface like this. Apart from that, there will be one more line which will be present from this point. The location of this line is of 28 millimeter. So to this line I am supposed to draw a line at a distance of 28 millimeter. It can be clearly seen, 28 millimeter. However, that line is present only for this segment, so I'll maintain it only for this segment. At the end, we can see that there is a line present but since the top surface is a plane surface, we'll not be able to see it from the top, and hence this particular line, which is of depth of 8 millimeter inside, will go hidden in nature. So there, to which we will draw another line parallel, of course, like this, and it will be present only in this area, which will go hidden. Now it's time to apply the appropriate thickness to the lines. You can see I have applied the appropriate thickness to the lines. So let us quickly review that we have shown all the planes. There will be one plane and two plane here, one and two plane, a hidden line. Yes, this particular curved surface will be seen as a rectangle. This rectangle and even this particular part of rectangle will be seen like this. There is no hidden part that is to be seen from the top. So there we complete with even the top view. Now let me include few more dimensions. So students, that is how we have completed both the views. You can see front view and few dimensions, of course important in nature, and the top view with some more dimensions with important, of course, dimensions and the nomenclature. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have liked this video, please subscribe to the channel so that you will be able to understand few more videos and you will get the updates about the new videos. Thank you so much.